Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. Despite the fact that the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB seems not to show little or any interest in Igbo presidency, but right now they have decided to come to the rescue of Peter Obi and the happenings in Southeast. They have opened up on why those nefarious acts are currently going on in Southeast and those that are perpetrators of this act and why they are doing what they are doing. And all points to Igbo presidency. We are going to give you full details of what they have to tell Nigerians, at least to see how they can secure enough support for Peter Obi. But before we give you full details of this, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. Now, according to the news, the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB has accused Fulanis of killing northerners residing in the southeast. IPOB claimed that the killings were aimed against the presidential ambition of Peter Obi. Emma Powerful, the spokesman of IPOB, alleged that Fulanis are trying to arouse hatred against Obi's presidential ambition. Powerful explained that such killing would create the belief that northerners are being taken out by Obi's kingmen. In a statement, Powerful alleged that Fulanis are given identification cards to reside within military barracks in the southeast. The statement read partly said Fulani should stop trying to create enmity between the Hausas and Igbos where none exists. Again, the problem and confusion they are perpetuating in the country will hunt them down in the near future. Fulani people are given ID cards by Nigerian military to reside in the military barracks in the eastern region and use same as a staging ground to commit all manner of heinous crime. We state categorically that these Fulanese terrorists murdered their Hausa woman and her kids in Agulu, Anambra State. The Fulanese were doing this to arouse hatred against Peter Obi, who is making high waves to succeed Buhari come 2023. Their aim is to make northern voters hate Peter Obi by believing that northerners are being killed by his brothers. Fulanis are really wicked and remain who they are, and nothing good can come out of them. Nigerian military is harboring Fulani in their barracks and giving them ID card for identification. These people were transferred into our territory for the war they have planned to level against our people. IPOB is waiting for Fulani terrorists and their supporters. The Nigerian military knows it won't declare war against us because what we are fighting for is purely recognized in the international law and African Union law. So they have devised another means of fighting the war against us by supporting terrorists and jihadists to fight our people and do their bidding for them. This is a strong allegation against the Fulani and also an interpretation that one will begin to think how true that is, because why one may be convinced, not think, why one may be convinced that what IPOB is saying is actually true is why is it that all these happenings are only going on in Anambra State where Peter Obi emerged from? Anambra State is actually his home state, and everything is happening there right now. We've been waiting to see it happen in Abia State. It's not happening. Imo, somehow the engagements have reduced, but everything seems to be revolving around Anambra State. A lot of people tend to blame it on the approach that Governor Soludo brought at first, but with what IPOB have said today, which for many is just an allegation, one begins to think how true this thing is. Now, he reveals something there that they are being given ID cards, to reside in barracks and all of that, and that this is brought to being because the military can find them because they are pursuing a very clean purpose, which is enshrined in the Constitution, and for that reason, they are trying to strengthen these Fulani guys, to continue to carry out those nefarious acts so that at the end of the day, people will begin to look at them in another light, especially as it has to do with Peter Obi's ambition of succeeding President Muhammadu Buhari. But then I have my comments, but let me look at what Nigerians are trying to say. Someone says, say, IPOB Sugiyesen should try and tell convincing lie because the quality of lie they tell are never believable and it makes them look like a bunch of. I'd like to leave that there. This one here says, and what about your own daylight murdering of innocent people in the name of agitation? Others will not trust him all because of your senseless and barbaric way of reasoning, and he kept quiet over your devilish madness. That's why no one would trust him, not Fulani matters. People still trust him because he's not the one doing those things. And what this guy is trying to say here does not really hold water because I can still remember that when all those things are happening, Peter Obi is always up and running, and you see him condemning it in very strong terms. And someone here says, you don't see beyond your nose, continue with your head. So another person here says, how many of your politicians spoke when Boko Boys kills cause in Borno and Katsina? Another person here says, no wonder your name is Jubri Zudan. I'm not surprised over your comment, okay? This whole thing is now like, this one is fighting this one, this one is fighting this one, this one is fighting this one. Everybody seems to, help his own brother at this point, you understand? Someone here says, Mr. Emma Powerful, if you don't have anything good to post, just keep your mouth shut. How many hundreds of innocent people were taken out in that your region just because of your no grounds agitation? If you continue this killing, how do you expect Nnamdi Kanu to be granted bail? You are adding salt into injury, putting blame to Fulani just to politicize the matter. Now one here say this stage is getting more interesting, just like the blackmail #Biafrans during the civil war against their coastal region brothers. Another one here say it is possible Fulani people cannot be trusted. Another person here says this may be the position of IPOB, but I am highly against anyone who has a hand in the killing of the woman with her own kids. Igbos are not cannibals, and we are known to call spade by his name. Whoever that is involved in this heinous crime must regret it. We must not play games with people's life. Wow, that's a good one there. So one say every tribe have good and evil element. The evil element among us are the ones perpetuating the heinous crime in our land. Someone confirming that it's not actually from the Fulanis. This one here says, thank God husband of the woman was the one that took out the children. I don't know what you're talking there. This one here says, why must you say you will retaliate in the north? You are not a good Nigerian. We need peace all over Nigeria. We should stop all these actions. This one saying, whatever anyone or any group of people, whatever they are planning to cause, it will cause more trouble. Let peace reign in our country. Let's stop hitting the polity. Wow, a lot to talk about, but that's where we would like to leave it. Go to our comment.